Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. Today we're going to be following up on a previous video where I got this little Stihl 009L chainsaw running again. Today we need to look at why the oiler doesn't put out any oil on the cutter bar. So let's get it apart and have a look. Just need to wind the tension off the chain there a bit. That little screw down in there adjusts the cutter bar in and out. Now I believe the oiler is under that thing. It's probably never been off. It's a little, there's a filter in there, and the oil comes out of this hole up here and then goes through that little hole in the cutter bar and onto the chain, and around it goes. But at the moment nothing's coming out. You can see that my test in the previous video, there's a link there for that. It's not very tight. I think I might get a proper screwdriver. That one's meant for out in the field. This has probably still got oil in it, so I might tip that out, or it'll probably come running out once I take that off. This cup's already got a bit of staining on the bottom, but we'll see if any big chunks of sawdust and crap come out of there. Oh yeah. Just let that sit for a bit. It's just dribbling out a little bit, along with a line of particles. I don't know whether you'll be able to pick it up in there. You might be able to. There's a great big blob in the bottom there. I'm sure that blob didn't fall in. It's just a collection of little tiny particles that have gathered up over the years where the oil gets sucked up. Just put something down so that the oil does pour out or dribble out. I'm going to have to clean it up. I know there's little gaskets and stuff in there. Get a bit more light on the subject. I should get something to put my bits in. Getting a bit of rain today. Hasn't rained for a few weeks. And there's all sorts of little gaskets and stuff under this. So let's see if I can avoid breaking it. I think I can smell petrol. We leaking petrol out somewhere. At the petrol cap. I see a little tiny circlip on there as well. How am I going to get that off? With a little tiny pair of circlip pliers. I expect that's holding it on. I don't know whether you guys can see that. There it is. I don't know whether these circlip pliers are going to go, maybe to focus on that. I don't know whether they're going to go close enough together to get in there. There's some more light. Open the door. The answer is no. Put my glasses on so I can see. Oh, that's where we are. I think what I'm going to have to do is grind these circlip pliers down in through there so the points come closer together. I've got some clearance up here so the jaws aren't going to hit together. There's a little bit of a gap down in there. Nothing to stop me giving that a ning as well. These are just multi-tong things where you can, there we go, and take these off and put different jaws on. Not the best pair of circlip pliers, but better than nothing. So please stand by, I'll go and do some grinding and come back. I decided you guys could watch this anyway. That's only a cut-off wheel, but I don't need to take much off, so it's probably better to get in there anyway. The other side. You can see the gap is further back now, or maybe you can. It's touching about there, so that's where I need to take a little more. All right, let's have another go. We don't need my earmuffs, so I shout at you. That's it, off it comes. They're a pretty nifty little pair of pliers for a cheap thingy. You can take the center axle out, like that. And it comes with interchangeable heads. So if we take the head off, like you just saw me before, put them on the other side in a different set of holes. Like that, they become external pliers instead of internal pliers. So and there's a couple of different heads that came with it. Put them back the way they were because I'll need them to put that clip back on later on. So now maybe this thing will come off. That one didn't appear to have a clip on it, although I can't see much of a groove on there. Yeah, it's coming now. There's a bit of be a bit of oil running out. See if I can get that gasket off without wrecking it. Get a smaller screwdriver. There we go. Got a little pin down the middle of there that gauge, and there's a little tiny spring on there as well. Be careful we don't lose that. Didn't spot that straight up. I think that next piece comes out of there as well. There's another gasket behind that. It's in there pretty good. I think I'll have to call you back. Okay, I took the oil cap off the other side. I can see down through the hole there, the oil hole, I can see light on the other side. So that's the screw holes where those screws came out. Not quite sure if you can pick that up on the camera. And all I did was got my screwdriver on those two pins, being careful not to snap them off, and just give it a little twist, and that broke the seal on the gasket. It wouldn't take much to snap those off, so I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it, but it worked for me. Now we'll take that out. I can feel the oil line on the back of it there. There we go. And that looks like it's pretty goobered up. So we should be able to pop that off there. Hopefully the line's not too rotten. Maybe not. Might try just to clean that up and give it a bit of a blow off in situ without taking it off. Can't tell whether any air's coming through there or not. I'd say not. Looks like I'll have to take that off after all. Don't want the other end to come off up in there. Don't know whether you guys can see, but there's little holes in here where the oil goes through. They appear to be blocked. I'm going to have to blow it out. Not quite sure how this sponge actually sits to do something useful. Right back out there or way up there. It's out in no man's land. say it's supposed to sit against that one. There's nowhere down in there for to restrict the oil that only come through those holes. Make a lot of sense. Probably the thing to do would be pour a bit of hot water over that and try and get it to loosen up or soften up. Alright, got the compressor to go. So let's see if I can blow a bit of air down some of these little passages. Only appears to be 2 holes around there. When I blow a hole in this side, I can feel it coming out the other side. I can see crap percolating out the top there. Whether you can see that or not, I don't know. But I'd say that is no longer blocked. So we don't get more crap going down in there. The other gasket stayed on there and I'll leave well enough alone. Just blow out those screw holes as well. This other hole here, there's 3 screw holes. One here, one there, one there. This 4th hole here, I believe, makes pressure. So somehow the air pressure from the piston or somewhere, I'm not sure where, comes out of that hole into one of these holes, into that hole here, which comes out in there, and that pressurizes the oil tank and forces the oil up through these little holes here and up here out the cutter bar. So potentially it only pushes oil out when the engine's running. A lot of chainsaws work by gravity and they leak all the time. Oil always runs out onto the floor. So I need to make sure that one is also not blocked, which it isn't. I'll reassemble there and see what happens. Might have to look back at my video to see where that sponge thingy was when I first pulled it apart. I think it was back there. It still doesn't make a lot of sense. See if I can spill this, or otherwise put too much in. Oh shit. That was bound to happen, wasn't it? Lucky I had that nice and clean, isn't it? A bit more will squirt out when I put the cap on. Alright, like nothing ever happened. Right, when I start it up now, oil should come out of there. Let's just start it up with the blade off and see what we can see. Why isn't that going? I'll start it on the ground. Not quite sure what kind of quantity is supposed to come out of it. I'll soon know if I start smoking my cutter bar back up again. These holes here are definitely not blocked. There's one for each way depending on which way you put the cutter bar on. The other one does nothing when it's up the other way. So I'll put that back together again and we'll give it a test. I think we can call that done. Not sure if enough oil is coming out of there as what should have been coming out of there, but it was coming out of there. So cuts like butter. That's an old hard dry fence post that's been in the ground probably 30 years. So if it can cut that, it'll cut anything. The proof of the pudding will be in whether the blade overheats or not, but we'll find that out when we give it a big job to do. Probably take it back out to area 43 now, and he'll have one more chainsaw. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Can't really see you.